Today, let's go through the process of doing some spring cleaning. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are doing some spring cleaning. So every season, sometimes it's more than that, I try to go through these cubbies and organize them. As you can see, they are filled with just a lot of craft supplies. So let's go through, let's organize it. If you have your own box of items you're looking to organize, get that out and we can do it together. Now, the first thing in this white cubby, I actually have a lot of my old Etsy shop supplies. So I used to make stuffed animal dogs. These are actually all different dogs that I had cut out from fabric, so that it'd be easier when somebody would order it. So I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to do with those. I found some beads. I love to sometimes make beaded scrunchies or beaded quilts. So I store those in here. And then there was just so many little pieces. There were some stickers. There's just like some old ribbons. So just taking all of these out. My goal is I'm going to try to put all the ribbons together in one spot, all buttons together in one spot. You can see I still have the old hang tags from when I had my Etsy store. So a lot of different items in here, and I just want to organize all of it so that it is not so much all over the place. Once I got that bin done, it was then time to move on to the next one. So this had a lot of bits and pieces too. One of my favorite things I found in here though was this little stuffing tool. So you can sometimes get these in the Fairfield World stuffing bags, and they do make it really easy if you're going to be stuffing especially items that have small little components. I also then started to find all of this. It's almost like organza, but like just smaller versions in different colors. That was in this box. You can see there's still a lot of little junky items in here. But I did find a large collection, so I thought we could walk through of some little sewing supplies and notions. So I found this flexi lace, which can be great for finishing up hems, trying to make things look a little neater and taking away some of that bulk. I also found so much bias binding. So some was single fold, like this one you can see just has the one fold on either end. Some was double fold, so this would be like double fold. It's very similar to that single fold, except it has that additional fold, making it double. So I found this in so many different sizes, which is also really helpful. I feel like I do get to a point where I'm looking for more of this, so I'm going to try to keep all of this together so that I have it on hand for different edge finishing, different garments. So lots of different colors of this. I also found some twill tape, which can be useful for like just securing edges, for securing some hems as well. So this one, it's actually a little bit older and then tells you on the back everything that it can do. It also sounds like you can use the twill tape for drawstrings, button reinforcements, so a lot of different uses for it. I've never actually used this, but I have it in multiple different sizes. And then I found this and everything. It looks like it's more for like if you're doing like kind of loop work, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be using that, so I'm just going to set it aside. And then I had so much rickrack. So here I have three different colors of it. I had red, I had yellow, I had this navy blue. I personally love rickrack. It can be such a fun way, especially if you're making small little crafts. I know some people will put it on like children's clothes too, or for making doll clothes, but I think it's just so fun. I think it could be really fun for bookmarks. So I have it in multiple different colors, and as we go through, you're gonna see I find it even more of it. So definitely something that I want to take out and remember that I do have. Then I just continued going through, cleaning out all of these bins, sorting the ribbons so that all of the ribbon can be put together. Any extra fabric that I do want to keep out, I kept that out as well, and just really tried to go through organizing as much of this as I could. And it did take a while, but I finally got to the bottom of this box. So now it's time to fill it up with everything that I do want to keep or to organize, and to make sure that I know where everything is in one place. And the one question I do get asked is all the items I make for Etsy, do I keep them? And I do. So I had the bookmarks, I had the scrunchies. This was actually one of those little drawstring bags that I made, so I get to keep that. I decided to put all of my little lace products within there, but anything I've made on Etsy, I do keep those just so that I could use them in the future. I did find this turning tool within here, so as you can see going through, I have found a lot of my little sewing tools that I'd forgotten about. This can be great if you make a lot of spaghetti strap items or just items that have very small turns. So this can help you and kind of save your fingers in case you're looking for a new tool. Now we are moving on to the next bin. This one is also quite messy. My goal with this though is to really have it only be yarn products, as I know that probably around 50% this is going to be yarn. So if you are somebody who's looking for a little organization inspiration, I would highly say that if you have something like this, have each bin sort of have a purpose. So like I'm going to keep this one just for yarns and move anything else out of it. So here is the cleaned up version. As you can see, I have all the yarns on the bottom, and then I'm going to be adding some knitting needles. I'm going to add a crochet hook. I have a couple other types of knitting products that I'll put in here. I do have some of this like elastic kind of cording. I think I'm just going to store this in here for now, even though it's not really yarn, but I feel like it'll be a good spot and it's going to be a lot easier for me to find it. Then last but not least, I do have this bag. Unfortunately, this has just become the bag to throw little bits and pieces in. So this used to be what I would take to craft shows, and today it just has random sewing supplies within it. It has the cones for my serger. It has a Barbie doll. I actually made a video where I showed how to hand sew a Barbie doll dress. That's what she's wearing. It has this little scrap fabric bag that I had made. It had a little button at the top for the closure. There's a YouTube short if you're interested in this. So it really has become just like something that I just throw everything into. I was playing around with pleats at one point, so I just find it so important to go through this. This was actually one of the last purchases I ever made from Joann Fabrics, was those bobbins. So I guess it holds some memories too, is this little bag. So I just tried to organize that, take out any ribbon or zippers, as I'm going to try to put them into these bins. So this bin in particular is just going to be holding little ribbons for me, and then I do have an extra bin that I can put more into. So the bins are now all cleaned. They look so much better. I even got like a few extra items in here just to help organize it. But as you can see, there's so much more room and it's not as cluttered and messy. I hope this gave you some cleaning and organization inspiration for your sewing or craft room. If it did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.